Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna start a series of videos, I guess, on entrepreneur transparency, basically truth telling. So what it's really like to be an entrepreneur and just some of the things that you might come across while being one, right? Because it is going to be a new world for you. You're literally starting over. You are starting a new thing. And this is not a 9-to-5 job anymore, folks. It is completely different. So that is today's video. Gonna go into some of the things that I've learned as an entrepreneur over the last 2 years. Yes, it's been 2 years. And some of the challenging things that I've sort of experienced and how I've kind of worked through them. So with that being said, let's get to today's video. But first, I want you to stay to the end of this video because at the end, there is a tip that really has helped me strive to be a better entrepreneur and a stronger entrepreneur, literally from the beginning of doing it all. So make sure you watch till the end of this video because every nugget that I drop is definitely helpful to the keys for success in entrepreneurship. And also make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video because I drop gems like this all the time. So with that being said, let's get to today's video. The first big thing about entrepreneurship is pretty much the hardest thing, right? So when you have this business idea in your head and you really want to get started with your new business, but you're working your 9-to-5 job and you're terrified to quit. Okay, that's okay. You can start doing your business while you work your 9-to-5. That way you have that blanket of security so you're not stressing out over income or you're not stressing out over where your next check is gonna come from. So one of my big things that I did not do is this. Well, yes and no. So let me tell you what I actually did. So what I did January of 2022 is I started putting feelers out. I wanted to start doing social media management on my own. So I started putting feelers out on social media saying that I was looking for clients. And actually one of my biggest paying clients that was $10,000 a month came from one of those posts. So do not be afraid to put yourself out there. There is someone out there that's looking to hire whatever you are looking to sell. Okay, so do not forget that there are people out there that are looking for what you're trying to offer. So put it out there, make those notes on your social media, and the people will come. Trust. Just putting yourself out there and being vulnerable is scary, but the rewards will come. Next, kind of similar to what I was just talking about, getting clients, right? Networking is key in this respect. You want to reach out to your professors, reach out to old coworkers. You never know what people are looking for. And when you start to do that and network and reach out to your network, you start to understand what people's needs are. People sometimes don't voice exactly what they need, but when they see that marketing from you, that you're putting out there, what you do and what you sort of want to do in terms of services, they're going to react to it. So in other words, no one's gonna know what you're selling until you tell them. So keep expressing what you're trying to sell or what you're trying to do in your social media, and that is how you can get that message out and get those clients to come in. So I'll give you an example. If you are some sort of fitness model and that's what you want to do for the rest of your career, well, no one's gonna wanna know that that's your passion if you're not posting fitness content. So start posting the content, get rid of the imposter syndrome, which I will be getting into in this video, and just put yourself out there. Managing clients. Okay, so this is one thing that I've really started to hone in on this year of my entrepreneurship journey is how do I better manage client relations, right? Because sometimes we can oftentimes get that little line a little blurry when it comes to boundaries. One thing I'm really working on is creating timelines for my clients. So letting them sort of know what to expect and helping to manage expectations with them so they're not expecting this crazy picture when in reality, social media management does take time before you start to see results, okay? So you do have to sort of give it some space and air to breathe, and they're not gonna know that unless you communicate that with them. So remember when I was telling you about imposter syndrome? Here we are. So imposter syndrome basically means like you're not good enough. You can't get the job done like the way that the client is expecting. Well, actually, you have to start telling yourself that no, you are the person for the job, because they would not have come to you if that wouldn't be the case. So get rid of those thoughts. Get rid of those voices in your head that are trying to bring you down, because at the end of the day, as an entrepreneur, you are only responsible for yourself. You have to keep building yourself up because nobody else is on your team unless you do have more people on your team. But generally, when you're an entrepreneur, you're a solo person. So you have to coach yourself and teach yourself that you are that bitch. Okay? Because girl, at the end of the day, you are. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Mental health. So mental health can definitely take a toll during entrepreneurship because, like I said, the loneliness, which I will be getting into as well, can start to take its toll. You are literally all by yourself, and sometimes it's really hard to do all of the managing it takes to run a business. There's, you are literally the CEO, the CFO, the IT department, the janitor, you're everything. So that can take its toll. So when you need to pause or okay, we're back, child. My cousin called me, and when your cousin calls you, they always have tea. So I had to answer that phone call. But let me get back into this video with talking more about mental health and just how you really have to be there for yourself when you're an entrepreneur, because nobody else is responsible for your business but you. So you have to take care of yourself. When you need a break, you got to take that break. If you want to go out on a nature walk and just kind of reset your mind, do not be afraid to do that, because at the end of the day, your health is so important to running your business. So if you can't be mentally aware in your business, then your whole business is gonna go up in flames, literally. So take care of yourself first as an entrepreneur. Like really, really, really make sure that you do not miss out on that. Rejection. Rejection can be a bitch when you're an entrepreneur, because at the end of the day, things that come to you are most likely going to be rewarding, right? And sometimes we need the coin. We need the coin to stay afloat. And when we get rejected, it really can take a toll on you. But what I want you to do as an entrepreneur is understand that everything happens for a reason. And if that job or that client didn't come through and you're bummed about it, just accept that as that. Everything happens for a reason, and not everything is gonna work out. But the experiences that are meant for you and the clients that are meant for you, they will come. The thing about freelancing that I love the most is every time when I'm like, oh shit, I don't know what's about to happen, like something always comes through. So don't ever feel like you're gonna be in this game alone and stressed out with nothing coming through, because the bag will always come. Okay, it might not be a Chanel bag, but it might be a Target bag. And that's okay. Target is cool. We can accept Target bags while we get the Chanel later. So loneliness as an entrepreneur is definitely something that I'm really trying to work on this year, because it can really, really, really fuck with you. Like you can literally just be in your house all day long by yourself, talking to yourself or talking to you. And it's like, damn, I really miss and crave interaction with other humans. And then sometimes I don't. But you have to make this kind of like what you want. That's the opportunity, or that is the thing about entrepreneurship now, that you are working for yourself. You can make it whatever you want. So if you want to interact with people one day and then don't want to the other day, that's okay. Go to a coffee shop, go to a workspace that you can work with other people in, or stay home. It's all in what you want to make it. So setting your rates as an entrepreneur can always be a challenge. But one exercise that I want you to really understand is you need to know your worth. If you know your shit and you have the skill set to back it up, the resume to back it up, then you need to charge more. Don't be afraid to ask for what you're worth. Because at the end of the day, if you are pricing yourself too low, then people are going to expect that caliber of service. If your service is top notch, then charge top notch. Don't be afraid to charge for your services, what you're bringing to the table. Okay? And listen, the one thing about freelancing is if you get these bids in, you have to aim high, because these companies, if you're working with bigger corporations, they have the money, but they're going to try to lowball you in the beginning. So always aim high and then try to bring them to a level that's more appropriate. And then my final thing that I've learned about, which I said to stay tuned, so I'm glad you stayed to the end of this video. Make sure you hit subscribe, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a supporter of my channel and being a part of my community. I'm just trying to help others because I didn't really have anything when I was trying to start to be my entrepreneurship self. So what I'm trying to do is spread more of what I wish I had, so you all don't fall into the traps that I fell into early on in my entrepreneur journey. So with all that said, make sure you subscribe, comment below what you've learned in this video. And now I'm gonna get to the last thing that I've learned how to do really well: disassociation. So a lot of times, I said all that to say, like, the loneliness and stuff like that, and sometimes the depression. Girl, sometimes you have to disassociate with all of that, because if you don't, the business and the work is not gonna be done, because who else is going to do it? Unless you hire someone else. So at the end of the day, what we have to do as humans is sometimes disassociate ourselves from drama or problems in our lives so we can get our tasks at hand done. So one big key thing that I've really learned is this disassociation tactic, where you basically put yourself in a complete another headspace and mindset and sort of remove yourself from that drama, because at the end of the day, it is so hard to focus every day with all of that on your mind. So I hope that helps, and I hope you really sort of focus on practicing that mindset, because when you really learn how to do that, anything is possible from there. Thank you so much for watching this video and making it all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and like and comment on this video. And make sure you share this video with your friends that are also going through the entrepreneur journey. And make sure you turn that notification bell on so you don't miss the next video, because there's plenty more where this came from. And let me know what you guys want to hear me talk about more in the comments. Also, very, very open channel here. So questions, I will answer them in videos. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye. I finished this video. Ooh, girl, the tea was hot on that phone call.